Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Weather and Ops Brief for Thursday, the 14th of December. The synoptic situation is going to be a bit of a challenge today. I mean, I can't change what it is, but what we can see, this is at 12 o'clock today. There's some weak fronts directly over us at the moment. If we go back just a little bit, we can see the bad weather associated with it yesterday shot through and is now over northern Europe. That's fine. But these two fronts associated with this very low pressure towards Iceland is giving us this upper cloud issue. And there's quite a bit of upper cloud between the dregs of yesterday's weather and what is going to be the back end of this cold front as it comes throughout the day. So this is midday today. The front is very weakening, and there might not be necessarily a lot of rain on that, but there's certainly going to be quite a bit of upper cloud causing us a problem. Okay, for those that didn't quite get that last little bit, the dregs of the old front of yesterday's weather is over northern Europe now, and we've got a lot of upper cloud in this area between the slack winds before the passing of this weak cold front that's associated with this low pressure towards Iceland. It should be directly over us by about 12 o'clock, but as again, you can see it is a weakening affair now, and it is going to leave us in a fairly nice westerly breeze once we get going. Looking a bit further, midnight tonight, it's going to be another 500k night, fantastic, but there's some more fronts associated with this low pressure that will be hitting us throughout the day. Spot winds today, we've got fairly calm-ish westerly flow, so there's no real significant issues that we're going to have with the wind today. Cloud. So there's the cloud that's associated with the back of the bad weather yesterday, but we are left here in a lot of overcast cloud, and that's going to be lingering for quite a time. So you can see as it went through, and it's going to be lingering quite a bit over us, and the briefs a very small amount of rain on that. I think that's the problem. Current weather radar up till 9 o'clock is showing that, again, that bad weather that's gone through. It's indicating a relatively clear patch behind. So whilst there won't necessarily be rain, I think we are going to suffer significantly from cloud associated with the occlusion that's on its way in front of the weakening cold front. So the actual rainfall radar is indicating that we've still got a little bit more rain to go through us. This is about 10:45 now. We've got some low cloud and a little bit of rain lingering. It's just not actually going anywhere. It's just hanging on the back of us. We may just be clear, we may not. But we're not looking for really a clearance from that rain till around about 2 o'clock. We'll be in lovely air behind it, but it's all depends how much flying we can get in after and how much actual cloud and rain is going to be associated with that front there. So that could be, that's just something we need to monitor throughout the day. Interestingly, the Bentworth forecast is indicating rain at the moment with fog actually after 12 o'clock. And actually, if you look at the visibility, it was good now, becoming medium, and then poor and very poor throughout the daylight hours actually. Temperatures down around about 5-6 degrees. With the wind chill, that's going to be pretty cold. We're talking about freezing thereabouts. A nice gentle southwesterly breeze and no significant gusts associated with it. GFS giving a max temperature today here of around about 6 degrees with a dew point around about 4. Weather looks all right at the moment. You can see the upper cloud is clearly flyable as we look out the window at the moment, and we might be able to get a little bit in before the rain sort of hits us. So we'll do what we can to achieve that. Current temperatures at Lasham 2.3, dew point 2, and as you can see, very light breeze. TAFs for Odium. Odium is showing at the moment 6 knots of wind, overcast at 4,500 feet, which is pretty well what we got out the window at the moment. However, looking forwards between 2 o'clock and 9 o'clock, visibility reasonable. Cloud starting to come down though, but here's the issue here: the 30% probability of scattered clouds and light rain at 2,000 feet, and broken clouds at 600 feet around about 10 o'clock onwards, and light drizzle associated with that. Farnborough hasn't updated their TAF yet, but their current forecast is very similar to Odium: slack winds and few clouds at 3,500 feet. Significant weather. So this is at 9 o'clock now, and as we run through, here's obviously the cloud associated with the frontal systems that are hitting us now, and the red dots really are indicating fog probable. So either got fog or mist throughout this period as well. Running through, this is now at 12 o'clock. So there looks like a very small possible window of opportunity after that. Even actually, according to this, maybe not even until, because we're down, which right on the very end here. So I think it could be marginal. I think it might be flyable, but it won't be very pleasant. And no real NOTAMs today, so we don't need to worry ourselves too much about that. So operationally today then, if we do go out, and I hope we will, we'll be set up on runway 27. It'll be a wet operation, so we'll actually have the launch point a little bit further into the runway. I haven't got my marker working, so I can't overly describe it too much. And the wind shall be, oh, we just came into view there. Let's see if we can help this a little bit then. So yes, we'll have the launch point set a little bit further in the field. This will allow us to be able to land behind on the runway on a left-hand circuit. The wind shall be the usual position at far end of the airfield, and then we should be able to then drag the cables up the side of the runway, just hitting the runway when we reach the gliders, and air towing will be on the northern side. If you're on the north circuit, by the way, you'll be able to just come in and do the usual circuit to the north, but you'll be landing on the grass north, because what we want to do is eliminate any crossover at the back end. This is where the rise in the wrong direction, and there is a danger area if we cross over. In other words, if we're on a southern circuit, we land on the north, or northern circuit to land on the south, there is a grey area here where your attention is not really directly ahead, which is where there could be an impact. So it's really important that we make sure that that is not going to be happening today. Okay, and we'll be on there's no reported movements at the moment, and I checked about 10 minutes ago and there's still nothing planned. We will set up on a runway 27 wet operation. We can go and have a look and maybe set up straight away and see if we can get some flying done, but there will be a period where we'll have to stop with a possible clearance at the back of it. We'll just have to monitor that. And obviously in the middle of the day when the weather is poor, we will have the simulator to use. So we need to try and encourage use of that a little bit more, especially, with some of the exercises we can do, launch failures and spinning that we could really run through with our students at that stage. It'd be really useful. Okay, right. Well, thanks very much, guys. We're going to get out on the airfield as soon as we can and hopefully get a little bit flying in before the rain, and then fly a bit later on, I hope. Okay, thank you for your time.